What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Brody, joined by Tudong Dylan
Hey.
and the Andrew Clark of our Breakfast Club. That's
Hmm.
Emilio Estevez's character, Charlie Hickman.
Oh, hey, watch your butt cheeks, gentlemen.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'd love to interact with you. So make sure you comment down below. Just please be nice about it. And whether you're watching us on YouTube or listening in on the audio version, wherever you get your podcast, make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up or star rating or whatever it is you got to do. And then come back here, subscribe, or else Dylan is going to show up at your house. He's going to swap all of your brand new 2023 calendars with 2022 calendars.
Oh.
And you're not even going to notice. And all of a sudden, you're going to start making plans. And those days are not lining up, folks.
I'm gonna circle every Wednesday so you can come back and make sure you subscribe, and you'll always know Wednesday.
And then you can easily come back here every Wednesday to hang out with us and see what we're talking about. Kind of like this week's topic, we have one of our patented drafts.
Pretty much.
Yep,
We love
invented
doing
drafts.
these. We
did.
love doing these. So we have fun doing them. So we keep doing them. Works out pretty well. But in honor of Valentine's Day, we have a special draft. We are building a romantic comedy. We're building the rom-com. So not just the characters. Charlie's factored in a lot of stuff. Charlie put in a whole bunch of overtime building this thing. Charlie, you want to tell us a little bit about it, or?
I do, and thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you for telling me which character from Breakfast Club that was, because I did not know. Look, we're not just drafting a team here today. With each of these drafts, I like to try to put a little unique spin, and today we are building a literal movie. Now, what could be more romantic? And the inspiration was this really Dylan's love affair with Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
The love
mean,
that has
no.
launched 1,000 ships. The kind of beautiful pure love that you can only dream about. And so each of us are assigned an actor, one of our boys, if you will. So
Yeah.
Dylan will be building his movie with his featured star Nathan Fillion. Brody will be
Yes.
building his movie with his featured star Henry Cavill, and I will be building my movie with my featured star Sir Tom Cruise. So
Yes.
that's where we begin. Now, a couple of twists along the way, boys. We will be picking a couple other actors that will be in this movie, and normally we have 5 choices. In this case, we have 6 choices. All of the actors or actresses that are on these lists are people who have appeared, like in the case of like the romantic lead, they have played the romantic lead from one of our actors, and you cannot pick someone who has been a romantic lead to your boy. So that'll make a little bit more sense when you can see the list. But Dylan cannot pick a Nathan Fillion romantic lead. He has to pick from a Henry Cavill or a Tom Cruise romantic lead. Brody has to pick from the Cruise and the Fillion, and I, of course, have to pick from the Cavill and the Fillion.
Yeah.
And that goes for the best friend role and some other things. So we will be crafting this movie from the ground up, all the way to the very end of the movie. And at the end, we will not just have teams, but whole stories that will help you and maybe even us fall a little bit more in love this Valentine's Day. There we go.
Especially with Nathan Fillion.
He watches. He's a big fan. Big fan.
Well, he'd probably get a restraining order if he watched it.
It just means he notices you, Dylan. That's all that means.
Okay, so let's go on over to the draft. A lot of things running crazy on screens right now. But I'm trying best I can. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. You know what we didn't do? We didn't see who was going first.
Oh, yeah.
Boop. The Talk Talk Punch wheel. There it goes.
Wheel of pain.
Spin
Or the
that
wheel
wheel.
of punch.
What's it going to be? Who's going first? Oh, that looks like a Charlie.
Hey, it's finally not rigged.
Nice.
Finally, an honest spin.
Finally,
About
it's not
time.
rigged.
There was a test. We did a test spin, and I won. I knew it.
All right.
All right.
So these are our leads. If we have pictures in case if you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, oh, who is this Nathan Fillion they keep talking about? Or maybe you don't know who Tom Cruise is. Everyone knows Henry Cavill. So
True.
can we get those pictures up here, bro, real quick, so we can show the peeps?
Sure. Go.
Look at our
Now I went
boys.
ahead and I made sure Tom Cruise was a little bit tinier than the other guys. So we got tiny Tom Cruise down there at the bottom. We got our boys there, all dressed to the nines, ready to put on the performance of a lifetime. But who
Beautiful,
will be the
very
romantic lead? Let's dive into it. So we have 6 choices, and again, if I'll go over it once I've said them. So we have Stana Katic, who was the played opposite Castle in the TV show Castle from Nathan Fillion. We have Marina Baccarin. Some of these I realize I've never said out loud, so I got to make sure that
We're going to the leads. Sorry.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Connelly, Amy Adams, and Anya Shalatra. Amy Adams. Sorry, Dylan, your face looks so confused. Who plays Yennefer in The Witcher. Now, there was a bunch, with the Witcher game, you have a lot of romantic lead possibilities. It turns out Henry Cavill, not in a lot of movies, where he's the lead.
What are you talking about?
So it was a little bit harder to find love interest, but
yeah,
I can see 2 people
Henry
just
Cavill
here.
himself said when he played the Witcher game that he picked Yennefer as his love interest in the game, so that's the one that we picked for our rom-com. And I get to go first, so I'm looking at the board. I'm pairing with Tom Cruise. Oh man, okay. Who am I pairing with? Old Tommy boy. I wasn't prepared to go first. You'd think I would have thought this through a little bit more, but I didn't. So I think I'm gonna go with Stana Katic. She went toe to toe with Fillion. Always very strong actress and very very funny, good delivery. And I think about the same height as old Tommy Cruise. I think they have some good chemistry. So that's who I'm picking.
Good pick. She's really good.
All right, so I cannot pick Amy Adams or Anya Shalatra.
Correct.
I'm gonna go Jennifer Connelly.
Any follow up to that, or just that's it? Just cut. All right. Just cut.
No, I don't. So I don't really know. Well, I guess I know Marina. She was in Firefly. She was in something else.
And Deadpool. So I mean.
Oh, that's right. She was in Deadpool. I totally forgot about her.
Excellent and all that. Also Homeland, which was a big deal.
She was in V. It was like that alien TV show.
Cameron Diaz.
Brody's never seen a TV show.
It's true.
But I don't know. Because really, like, we have a lot of people here, but I only pick between. Yeah, we're going with Jennifer Connelly.
All right, good choice. All right, Dill, who are you pairing with your boy Nathan Fillion for his big rom-com breakout performance?
Want the pictures up again?
No. Well, okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of stuck between Cameron Diaz and Amy Adams. Because now, I'll be honest. I was going to go with Amy Adams. That was going to be a slam dunk. But, geez. I don't know. Like, she was just like as Lois Lane. I don't know.
She's been in other things.
Yeah, it's true.
What's it going to be?
I'll go Cameron Diaz.
Right.
She's been in a bunch of rom-coms, and she's as an actress, she's underrated. She really paired well with Tom Cruise, and he had a little Nathan Fillion vibe in Day and Night. A little Charlie vibe.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Underrated film.
Very underrated film. I'll go Cameron.
I don't remember the last movie I saw Cameron.
I think that might have been the last movie I saw her in.
Well, she's been in a lot of things since, so that's just on you guys. All right, so let's get to that next category here. The ever important sidekick. We need a best friend. So, and Dylan, we got to address the elephant in the room. And since we started this podcast, I have been pronouncing it Alan Tudyk because I thought there's no way that my buddy Two Dong, who calls him Alan Two Dick, is saying his name right. There's no way that Two Dong and Two Dick are two people that I love in this world. And so I just always thought Dylan's just saying it wrong. But no, on Twitter, confirmed by the man himself, it is Alan Tudyk. So he is on the board, Mr. Tudyk himself, and we got Adam Baldwin, both from Firefly, Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck, best friends with Mr. Henry Cavill in the. No. This I love this picture of Ben. Did you guys see any of the Grammy photos last night?
Yeah.
That as the night went on, just Ben Affleck's face just kept getting more increasingly miserable. This is him standing up watching like one of the performances, and he just looks so. You know what? I've never been a big Ben Affleck guy, but between the Dunkin' Donuts memes and just how miserable he looks every time he has to go out in public, I gotta admit I'm falling a little bit in love with him. And then we got Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames from, of course, the Mission Impossible universe.
How exactly
Brody-
is somebody who has that much clout and that much money and all these kinds of things always is looking miserable? How? He was playing Batman and he was miserable all the time,
Hey,
miserable.
all right,
I'm
so
like,
who
you know what?
you picking, Dylan or Brody? Who you
No,
picking?
it's me.
Who you
It's
got?
me.
Who you got?
This is an
Yeah, who you got,
easy
bro?
one for me. Man, I want my best friend to be Simon Pegg.
Ah,
That's right. I got him. I took him. He's mine. me and Simon Pegg hanging out. Man, we could talk about Star Trek. We could talk about Star Wars. I mean, in my romantic comedy, he and Henry Cavill could probably do really geek. If I was doing this, and I don't know what categories are coming up, they're both giant nerds. Because I think that would be great. Henry Cavill's a nerd. Simon Pegg's a nerd. Put the two nerds together. It'd be awesome.
Reunited since their Mission Impossible days.
Mission Impossible. I don't know if I can't remember if they interacted at all.
Yeah, they did. They did. Simon Pegg just ate him alive though in terms of the scene. All right, but hey, don't be intimidated just because my boy killed your boy with a big hook in his eye, bro. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So Dylan, who you picking?
I'm gonna have to
Momoa?
go. I'm not gonna
Affleck?
go.
Come on.
No,
Come on, Affleck.
unbelievable.
Jason
Affleck.
Momoa.
I would
Affleck.
not pick either. I'm gonna go Ving Rhames, and I'm happily going with Ving Rhames. You know, it's funny because I'd like to say for the record, so far, Fillion has the best. Like he had the best romantic lead. Now he's got the best friends because Alan Tudyk is unbelievable. And God, Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck. Yeah, no, jeez, yeah, Ving Rhames all the way. Excellent actor.
Surprisingly, Henry Cavill's movie list isn't full of him playing leads with like really good friends. I will also say, just because it's my turn and I have the time to say it, a little bit of like a challenge to you guys out there if you're watching this. I was gonna have a category for a parent. Tom Cruise has had a very long and illustrious cinematic career, but it is darn hard to find actors or actresses who have played either a mom or dad to Tom Cruise. The
Really?
closest I found was in Risky Business, where it's Joel's mom and Joel's dad are like
Yeah.
in it for like a half second in the beginning and the end. That was about it. So
Hey, he had parents. He had parents in Night and Day.
yeah, well, really, what actors and actresses portrayed them?
I don't know who played them in Risky Business. I don't know who they were in Night and Day.
Yeah, exactly. So what I need from Tom Cruise is to have a role where he has like a real heart to heart with like a father figure or a mother figure. That's what I need. But I'm picking the least surprising choice of the day. Give me Tudyk.
Yeah.
Boom.
Predictable.
Look at my cast. Look at my cast.
Predictable, Charlie.
Oh my gosh. This is too good.
Taken from Fillion all the way.
Yeah, I am, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? How if just Tom Cruise had Nathan Fillion's career, it would have been very successful. All right, so Dylan, your choice up first, and we need a romantic city for this romantic comedy to take place. We've got Paris, we've got New York, we've got Florence, Italy, we've got San Francisco, and of course London. Where's your backdrop? Yep.
That I don't have to go. Tough one.
I'm gonna go Paris.
Ooh, all right.
Thinking about though. Doggone you, Tudong.
Well, you stole Simon Pegg from me, bro. That would have been like Nathan Fillion's breakout role right there with Simon Pegg, and you stole that. You stole the entire movie.
I'm gonna go San Francisco, and I
Hmm.
had no idea what like I said, I didn't think through any of the choices I would make. I just put things on a list. But I am picturing Tom Cruise having a scene at some point where he's chasing after Stana because maybe he messed up or something,
Yeah.
and he is running up the big hills of San
Yeah.
Francisco, arms chopping through the wind, up and down those hills. I want to see, I need to see it. Put it in my veins. Tom Cruise running up and down the hills. Other people are taking cars and trolleys, but not my boy. My boy is
Yeah.
running. He's cutting air.
Yeah, see, and I can see Nathan Fillion and Cameron Diaz both like with very nice vintage wine or even champagne, with the Eiffel Tower in the background, with lights, the Paris lights, and they're toasting. Yeah, nice.
Beautiful. Road,
Road.
where are Henry and Jennifer falling in love?
I don't know. I don't think I want to do New York. So many of these movies.
True.
True.
Florence would be cool, but also think about
Isn't Henry Cavill British?
yeah, which is why I was thinking about London because it could be like his hometown.
Mhm. It's true.
I don't know if he's actually
went-
from London. From Great Britain. Let's go London. Let's go London.
London it is.
Nice.
All right, we've got our backdrops. We've got our cast. What's next? A job.
Hey.
So I
Hmm.
actually read some articles. I looked up. People have done research on the most popular jobs that people have in romantic comedies, and so on the list of most popular male jobs, these are all from the top 10. And I'm sure it wouldn't take a lot of brain power to think of movies where someone in a rom-com has one of these jobs. So you got your journalist, you've got your editor for like a magazine or something. You know, hey, we got a deadline. We got our small business owner. We've got architect, which is the great George Costanza career. And we've got the artist or musician, you know, something like an artsy type, someone in the arts.
So just
be-
just to clarify, these are jobs for our men.
Yes. So for our so like
Ooh,
so
our
I'm picking
men.
first here.
I
So
love it.
So Tom Cruise, who's in San Francisco with his best friend, Mr. Tudyk, chasing after Caddick. A lot of good alliteration is going to come out of the posters. Are going to be fantastic, dynamite stuff here. I see Tommy. I'm going to put him in as. Oh gosh, this is hard. I don't want to go first in these categories. I don't want to see him as an artist or musician, or do I? He was what wasn't he great in the rock and roll musical?
He was great. He was like the only great thing about it.
What was that called?
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages?
Okay, thank you. Because all my brain, it's like I have this little tiny person in my brain going, School of Rock, School of Rock, School of Rock, and it's the only answer I know is that it's wrong. It's just it's just like on repeat. There's this little guy in my brain just yelling it at me. Rock of Ages, there it is. All right. Tom Cruise with like a hippie beard in San Francisco. My boy is an architect, and he is designing.
Wow.
He is designing buildings in San Francisco, beautiful architecture. He's look at this. I built this. Look how small this doorway is. You've never seen me walk through a small doorway.
Oh wow. You've never seen me walk.
All right, so we got Henry Cavill, Jennifer Connelly, Simon Pegg, living in London. What is Mr. Cavill doing for a career, Brode?
I'm thinking that Henry Cavill and Simon Pegg are small business owners.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
like
I
it.
knew it.
And I get to pick the small business,
Yes.
which means they're running a microbrew.
Microbrew. That's funny because if I had to do that, if I had to do the small business owner, I was gonna have Nathan Fillion run his own like vineyard. So we were on the same page.
Hmm.
I was
But I
going to pick
can't-
that for Tom Cruise, but it's just risky business, you know. Owning your own company, it's risky business. So Dylan, what are you picking? You got a microbrewer. We got a designer of small buildings in San Francisco.
Microbrewery in London. Ah, sounds
Micro
great.
buildings and microbrewing. You need to have something with a micro in the title. Maybe he works with micro machines.
Maybe he plays micro instruments.
Yeah.
Micro instruments. He's gonna be okay.
I play the world's smallest violin.
If he's gonna be in Paris,
Gotta be in it.
he's an editor in
Doing
Paris?
a fashion
Like,
magazine? Of course,
well,
Nathan Fillion would be.
he wouldn't be an editor. He'd be a journalist because he'd be over in Paris just for visiting. He'd be visiting Paris, and Cameron Diaz would be visiting as well. You see, and he has to go with his friend who's taking pictures, Bing Rames, who's the photojournalist.
Hey, he's doing a big story, a big expose.
A big
That's how you
expose.
pronounce it.
That's right.
Expose.
Expose. I was gonna
Mhm.
say small. He was gonna have a vineyard or something like that, a small little vineyard. But no, I'm liking journalist. He's over there for a story. Bing Rames is his boy. No, I mean his best friend, not his boy. He's his best friend, and he's also his photojournalist. So
His
they're
buddy.
working on it together. He's his buddy. He's his friend, and he's his friend and partners and friends.
Partners and friends. I'd watch that. All right,
They're
Brody, on to the
boys.
next category, and you are up first.
Yes.
Okay, look.
Mm.
Every good movie needs a subgenre. Now, I know we already have romance and comedy, but we're gonna pair that. And look, we've kind of already set ourselves up here with some casting choices and some location choices. Now we're gonna add a twist. So is that twist a little sci-fi twist, a musical twist, an adventure twist, a fantasy twist, or an action twist? Dum dum dum.
So up until this point, I've been trying to like building this movie in my head. And I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
we have Henry Cavill and Simon Pegg, buds in London starting a microbrew. We know that Jennifer Connelly can like work a bar because of Top Gun. Like,
and she's an actress, so of course she can work a bar.
Yeah, but she's got the experience.
We weren't sure until the movie came out.
And so like, but like in my head, I've been putting all this together, and then you throw this at me, and I'm like, how do any of these fit into what I have been building in my head? Like, and then it turns sci-fi. Like I don't know.
Now it can be practical sci-fi. It could be like, hey, maybe a character time travels or something, or
Isn't that more fantasy than sci-fi? Unless I guess it's a machine taking him there.
It's gotta be a machine. You gotta have the machine.
Then it's sci-fi.
Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to do a musical. because this having a microbrew with the musical, I don't know.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, bro. I like the musical idea.
I'm gonna go musical. I want the musical.
Right, musical, nice.
I'd love to see Henry Cavill and Simon Pegg kind of do one of those intro songs where they're like, and it's a microbrew. We run our own microbrew. Obviously, I'm not a songwriter, but I mean, like them talking about their microbrew. that sounds fantastic.
Oh, they have a whole song all about like hazy IPAs, right?
Oh yeah. Hazy Sunday, like a hazy like Sunday mornings.
I was kind of tempted to do the adventure, but then I'm like, well, but to do an adventure that would take them out of the microbrew. So
that's true. I thought you were going to go sci-fi, if I'm going to be honest. You loved sci-fi.
I do love sci-fi, but I'm building a romantic comedy here.
Yeah, but it's a subgenre. Well, I will go adventure because he's a journalist and everybody knows that journalists are always on adventures, like every single day of the week.
That makes sense.
It just makes sense. It's from point A to point B. It's Nathan Fillion. It's like he's James Bond almost. Not quite actiony, but
I you know what I'm picturing in my movie? All right, I'm gonna go with action.
Yeah, because you gotta have.
It's Tom Cruise.
It's Tom Cruise.
But I think in this one he's the straight man, and it's gonna be Stana who pulls him into the action.
Ooh.
It's like a reverse Night and Day. Where, he's just a mild-mannered guy who likes to run up and down hills, designing small buildings, and then she comes into his life, and we're gonna get a nice action element going here. It's gonna be great. All right, I'm picturing it, and it's fantastic. All right, Dylan, what do you got?
Oh,
so
Dylan
our
already
next
went.
category here
Next category.
is relationship scenario. Okay, so what is the
Okay.
setup for our love interests? So here are your choices.
Oh.
They're divorced for now. Maybe they're business rivals. Uh-oh, Jennifer Connelly and that rival microbrew, or maybe it's a
Mhm.
mega brew.
Ooh, she's coming over from Anheuser-Busch.
Maybe they're best friends. Maybe it's a chance encounter, or maybe it's the ever fun, they drive me crazy, I would never be with this person, I hate them. Like Odd Couple, but I love them pairing. So, Dylan, Nathan, Cameron, falling in
Oh,
love.
man.
What's their relationship?
I'm going chance encounter. If it's an adventure and they're
Makes
in
sense.
Paris and that's not how there normally is, yeah, chance encounter all the way.
That makes
They
sense.
run into each other. Thank you. They run into each other. Clearly, she's on the run, or she has some sort of a thing that she's trying to get. And he happens to be in the way, and him and his best friend Ving are doing their mild mannered guys doing their mild mannered story. Next thing you know, they're on a whirlwind tour of Paris with people after them, or they're like searching out something because they accidentally run into Cameron Diaz.
All right, I was gonna go chance encounter here for my action story. So I like that pick for you, Dill. I like it less that I can't make the same pick for myself, but that's all right. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of like they drive me crazy, and so
Okay.
our characters are gonna meet,
Good.
and there's gonna be instant friction. There'll be a like that Sam and Diane kind of banter back and forth. I don't really like you, but not business rivals, because I want Stana to be she's got to be involved in something that draws us into the action. So they're not gonna like each other, but they're gonna keep running into each other. But let me tell you something, they're gonna fall in love. They're gonna fall crazy in love.
Crazy.
Drive me crazy
All right.
in love.
My turn.
Your turn, Brode.
Okay, the divorce. So like they are divorced, right?
Yeah. I look, if you want to change it, like for your if it fits your narrative better that they're like ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, or something like that, that's fine. I don't just they were in a relationship, they're no longer in a relationship for now. Wink wink.
No,
What are you gonna choose?
you know what? I think I'm gonna go forward with the business rivals. I think I like the big beer, Jennifer Connelly coming over to London, checking out the microbrews. Maybe she's like oh, I'm just in the area. I want to check out all the breweries. Meanwhile, she's like secretly kind of getting the secrets of the microbrews, and then that sets up all the tension. Although who knows what things Charlie's going to throw at us next. I can't go too far in my world building because Charlie's going to throw some random category
that was. I think everything is, we're playing it straight from here on out. I think don't worry about it. We got it. All right, all right. So I believe I'm up next. We're gonna tie everything into a holiday here. So a nice little let's see. We got Thanksgiving, we got Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, which is right around the corner, and of course the ever popular New Year's Eve. So a little in the backdrop at some point in your story, there's going to be some kind of holiday going, and I got to go first. So I'm taking Christmas. I'm taking Christmas in San Francisco. Beautiful lights. It's going to create maybe a little chill in the air. I like the coats, nice layers, some Tommy in a scarf.
Tommy in a scarf. He rocks the
fireplace scenes. Maybe they go for hot cocoa at some point. Give me Christmas, some carols in the background.
It's a good choice. Good choice.
Okay, so if I'm centering all this in London around beer, then doggone Thanksgiving is out. Halloween's a bit cold. Unless you're doing like some really thick stouts.
Oktoberfest.
Oh, Oktoberfest.
And Valentine's Day. I mean, Valentine's Day, things are up a little.
They are warming up.
New Year's, not New Year's, it's too cold. Why are there no summer holidays?
Like what?
I've often advocated that Christmas should be moved to the summer. It makes a lot more sense. Kids off school, you know, you don't feel like you got to overeat because it's warm outside. You go to the beach, a little Christmas sand between the toes. That's what I'm talking about.
This is tough.
But
Definitely not Thanksgiving.
If you like, Brody, if you'd like to call an audible here and you want to sub in like 4th of July or something like that, it's not exactly a London holiday.
I know, right?
Put it on the list.
Oh, bro. 4th of July in London.
I didn't say
like,
it.
That's against us, actually. Jennifer Connelly is all like, yeah, 4th of July. And he's like, yeah, thanks a lot. You're going to see a lot of us celebrating that here in London.
Oh, and not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving doesn't. Let's see. I'm between Valentine's Day. They have Halloween.
But you could
right?
have Henry Cavill dress up like Superman for his Halloween costume.
That's true.
Make it real meta.
You know he's not going to. Come on.
But he could dress up as like a similar but legally distinct superhero.
Maybe he could dress up as Batman.
He'd make a great Batman. Okay, I'm good. Yeah. Let's go Halloween. I want to go Halloween. I don't.
This is Halloween.
Valentine's is like too romantic. Too.
And remember, it doesn't have. This isn't like the core of your movie, right? It just happens that in your movie at some point in time, Halloween occurs, right? You can make it a big part of it, or a passing thing. They go to a party or something on Halloween, and it's over. All right, Dylan.
You know, I thought Valentine's Day for, you know, because they're like in Paris. I don't know if they celebrate Valentine's Day, but it's a romantic holiday. But now you got me thinking maybe like it's Thanksgiving, but they're both like, you know, we could be like having turkey and stuffing right now. And instead we're running from these guys or we're searching for this, what have you. I don't know. Thanksgiving seems like it'd be pretty fun. It's November though. It might be snowing over there. All right, we'll go Valentine's Day.
No, all right. Well, that looks good. I like that. All right, Brode, you're up first on our next category here. Okay, look. Every movie's got an obstacle. And now I purposely left these a little bit more vague because I didn't know what kind of world building we'd be doing at this point. So, look, it can't just be simple, right? So, Brody, is your obstacle here between Henry and Jennifer going to be work-related, like perhaps a rival brewery? Is it maybe family doesn't approve or is far too invasive in getting involved? Is it the ever-popular Bill Pullman love triangle? Old Billy Pulls getting left alone in Seattle. Is it just simply a misunderstanding? Who doesn't love a good movie like Hitch that the whole obstacle that they face is misunderstanding? Or maybe the timing just isn't right. They're in a relationship, the other people aren't. They swap places. Oh, that's not the right time in their lives or their career. What is the obstacle for your lovebirds, Brodo?
Well, this actually is a pretty easy one because of this narrative I've been building. It just works the obstacle. If he's got the microbrew and she's coming in from big brewery, then it's got to be work. Maybe she doesn't reveal it right away, and then it slips out, or somehow he finds out that she's from a big brewery, and he's like,
"What?
You're the enemy."
We almost got put out of business because of you last year.
It's like a little bit of You Got Mail there. So we got a little little Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan action going. I like it.
Nice.
All right, Dill, what are you ticking?
Timing isn't right. Cameron Diaz is over there searching for something, and our boy Nathan Fillion and Ving Rhames, they just are trying to get their story, and the timing just isn't right.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go misunderstanding here. Oh gosh, I hate misunderstanding plots. I really hate them.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You should go love triangle. Hey,
I don't particularly like love triangle plots either, though. That's
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't.
good
I'd
point.
take a
Yeah.
misunderstanding over.
Yeah, I agree. A misunderstanding because hey, maybe he's an architect.
It's an
right?
action
It's
movie. It's
action.
an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the obstacle here is going to be some kind of there's a miscommunication between the two. I'll flush this out by the end. She's maybe she works for the government, and she thinks he's an operative, and but he's really
there
just
we
he's
go.
really just the architect. It's a misunderstanding. All right. Final answer. All right,
Okay.
we'll make it
There
work.
you
We'll
go.
fix it in post. All right, now the ending is always important. So your romantic story is coming to a close. How will it end? Perhaps a wedding sequence? Maybe just an epic kiss in the rain, probably? A desperate proclamation from one character to the other? Because I'm not here because it's New Year's Eve, and I'm not here because I'm lonely. I'm here because when you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with someone, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible. Are we advancing time forward? We get to see how maybe we see into the future. How do things work out 5 years from now, a few years from now? Or are they just simply like holding hands on the beach, relaxing into one another, and just kind of ending it with a nice exhale of love? What are we doing here, boys? Dylan, you're up first.
Oh yeah. Oh. Epic kiss in the rain. Epic kiss in the rain. Nathan Fillion in the rain kissing. Yes, definitely. Sign me up. And if the Empire State Building. The Eiffel Tower. If the Eiffel Tower is in the background, beautiful. And it's Valentine's Day, hence it's probably raining, and it's in Paris, and that it always rains there. It rains more than it does in London. Probably not, but yeah, epic kiss in the rain. Nathan Fillion soaking wet with some Cameron
Dylan,
Diaz. Beautiful.
Maybe he's hanging upside down from a building with a mask half off his face.
Oh yeah.
I
Now
thought
you're
about
in
Epic
spandex.
Kiss in the Rain. I thought about Epic Kiss in the Rain, but it wasn't going to be rain. There was going to be some sort of explosion, and it was going to be like raining beer.
Oh,
Nice.
there we go. Nice.
But
Well, that can still happen during a desperate proclamation.
That's true.
Or the advancement I'm just a micro brewer standing in front of a mega brewer asking him to love her or whatever it may be. Do they don't call them mega brewers, do they? Okay, I'm showing my lack of beer knowledge. They should. You can't.
They really should.
You can't have a minivan without a mega van. Like you can't have a micro brew without a mega brew. That's all right. There's some changes need to happen in our world if we're ever going to get along as a society.
It's a good
oh,
right, so
Charlie, don't take mine, please. Don't take mine, please.
I'm tempted to go with a desperate proclamation because it is one of my favorite. You complete me.
Yeah.
It is one of my. As I continue to rattle off romantic comedies that come down to. Maybe would you agree to go out with me and not marry me and just continue to date me forever, but not be my wife. It's also raining outside, and you can see my nipples. Hugh Grant. For Weddings and Funeral. Look, my Hugh Grant impression is so rusty. I'm so sorry. I can't do it anymore. All right, I gotta brush up on it. You know what? We're advancing time because my spy love story here is gonna have to. We're gonna let it breathe for a little bit. We're gonna jump. I'm sorry, bro. I thought you wanted the proclamation. I'm jumping forward in time so that we know everyone's survived. All the action sequences have cooled down, and now it's time for the love. It's time for the love.
Time for the love.
I got you. I had already built it in my head, Charlie. Advanced time. She's left the big brewery. She's helping him. Like a year in the future.
You know, Brody.
It's okay.
I'm changing it because you're right. I'm picking in my mind.
I have a backup.
Are you sure?
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. What's your backup?
Backup is the wedding.
Ooh, all right.
They're getting married in London.
Maybe they have a couple of kids brewing.
No.
How many kids are going to be brewing? She's got triplets in there. Got a couple of kids brewing in there.
And then Simon Pegg hits a beer and he hits the side of it and pops the top and then he finishes it and he says, "Now that's what I call a shotgun wedding."
Well, and I think wedding works because mine is a musical, and so then you can end on a
That's
big
right.
like musical
That's
number
true.
at the
I
wedding.
That's a
forgot
good
yours was a
point.
musical.
I
You
forgot
know,
too.
with that's like hosted by the micro brew because she's left the big brewery, she's joined the micro there, and they've got a big musical number at the wedding. Everybody's dressed up, all dressed great, great.
Well, all right. So do you no, normally I do the wrap ups, but did you guys want to, since you've been world building in your mind, do you want to wrap up your own movies and kind of lay out a little bit of your plot here? Bro, do you want
Sure.
to walk us through your movie here?
Tudong, are you able to do yours? Can you do
Yeah,
yours?
I'll do mine. I'll do mine.
All right. Oh, I should have been thinking of a title. Try to think of it before. All right, so we've got a musical romantic comedy starring Henry Cavill and Jennifer Connelly with Simon Pegg as Henry Cavill's best buddy. Henry Cavill and Simon Pegg have opened up a microbrewery right in the heart of London. They're doing great, fighting the big breweries, and then all of a sudden, this beautiful woman appears, Jennifer Connelly, and she starts uh, chatting these guys up, and then sparks start to fly. There's some flirtations, and there is montages of dates and brewing together. He's showing her the malts and the grains and stuff like that he's different yeasts, and then over time, you know,
Different yeast.
Simon Pegg overhears Jennifer Connelly talking on the phone, and she's talking to Anheuser-Busch, the executives over at Anheuser-Busch. They're the enemy, right? And then he's got to go. He's got to tell his best friend Henry Cavill, and then there's the big conflict because she really likes Henry Cavill. She really likes the beer that he's making, but she's got a job to do. What can happen? Who knows? At some point, they'll go to a Halloween party, and there will be a musical montage about them getting ready, and I'm not sure how that because it's so far down the list. I forgot about it. And and then at the end of the movie, she says, "You know what? I love you so much. I'm gonna leave Anheuser-Busch. I'm gonna move to London. I'm gonna work with you." They're gonna end with a big, huge musical wedding sequence.
Are we gonna? So what about like bushwhacked for the title or micro bush?
No, no, I don't think I like those.
Micro bush. Micro bush.
No, I'll try to think of something.
All right, all right.
Wow.
All right, two
Am
dog.
I
Alright.
next? Me.
Yeah, Tudon, what you got for us?
Okay. All right. So we have on with my romantic comedy, we've got Nathan Fillion with his best friend as a journalist in Paris with a story about well, I don't know, but it's a very important story, and he's got his best friend and photojournalist played by Ving Rhames, and they happen to run into Cameron Diaz, or she runs into them because she is searching for some sort of. I'm going to go with treasure because whenever I think of adventure, I think treasure, and other people are searching for it too, and somehow they get wrapped up in all of that whole thing. Um, and what else is I was saying? They ran into each other with a chance encounter. Okay, so I got it. I'm still going there, and it's taking place on Valentine's Day. So you didn't even bring up your day, Brode. And that throughout the whole time, maybe the sparks kind of are there, but the timing isn't right because she's looking for her, what have you, her treasure, and he's trying to get his story and his, the pictures and all of the information that they can't because they keep trying to. Cameron Diaz um, keeps. I don't want to say she gets in the way, and I certainly don't want to say that she needs their help. But somehow she kind of wraps it like it's wrapped up together, probably with their story or something along those lines. And at the very end, he gets his story, she gets her treasure, and it's wrapped up in an epic kiss at the end in the rain with the lights of Paris and the. I was going to say Empire State Building again. Why do I keep thinking New York? The
It's not
the
too late if
Eiffel
you want to
Tower.
if you want to change
Eiffel
it.
Tower. No. I love the Paris thing. I don't know why I keep thinking Empire State Building. And I almost did it again. The Eiffel Tower,
Eiffel Tower?
Tower in the background, in the rain as they kiss. Whereas, and of course, Ving Rhames has to snap one last picture because he's the photojournalist to get, and it's gorgeous and it's pretty and it ends and it's, yeah, I like that. I've got to figure out what kind of treasure it is, and I have no idea what the title could possibly be.
All right. So my movie is an action rom-com starring Tom Cruise, and he is an architect, a mild-mannered architect who happens to have designed a building that houses some very important and valuable goods. Now, Stana is playing a world-class thief who is going to seduce the architect who designed the building to find different ways inside to get the goods. There's only one problem with her plan. They can't stand each other. Every time she tries to make a move, it is met by equal and heightened distaste of one another. And they can't seem to get along long enough for her plan to even play out. But what she doesn't realize is that there are rivals who are also planning to get into that building to steal the valuable goods, and it is Tommy's life that is now in danger. So it goes from her trying to seduce and then steal to her having to protect this guy that she doesn't really like. But it turns out when all the pretense is stripped away and they start being real and honest, they have some wonderful talks in the foxhole. And they start falling in love for real. Now, there is going to be a sequence early on in the movie where I want Alan Tudyk and Tom Cruise shirtless, sweaty, and they are playing basketball in like an homage to the Top Gun volleyball scenes. They are out there. They are bumping sweaty chests. I want to see beads of sweat, just real. And like, I want a close up of their chests really compressing together. And you can see that skin sticking as they try to pull apart. I want it to be grotesque and hilarious. And they're going to have this great friendship. And it's going to be fantastic. But the big misunderstanding here, of course, is that she's lied to him. And then you get your classic, well, was any of it real? When Tom finds out. And she says, this was never part of the plan. Falling in love with you was never part of the design. Because that's an architectural term. And then how can we build a building? A relationship is like a building. You got to build it on a strong foundation of truth, he says. But the action ensues. They escape the danger, and we fast forward in time to find that they have fallen in love, and that he is designing buildings, and that she may still be, in fact, committing a little bit of thievery, because certainly she has stolen his heart.
That's really good. I don't know about that basketball scene.
Come on. Compressed together, and you see their skin still sticking as they pull apart. Come on, that's beautiful.
What's the title of your movie, Charlie?
The Architect, or Love's Designs, or
Oh, Love's Designs is good.
Love Designs is good. That's a good one.
I was thinking mine might be Micro Macro.
Micro Macro. Huh.
At one point, Tom Cruise has to buy her a Christmas gift on something that she really wanted when she was telling him something honestly.
Oh.
And he bought it for her, and he's kept it in his pocket. But it's later on in the movie, and he's mad at her, and then he gives it to her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, he listened. He loves me." It's gonna be a beautiful moment. Everyone will cry. They'll forget all about the sticking bodies and the sweaty basketball scene. They'll forget about it. They'll forgive me. But I want to see Alan Tudyk shirtless again.
Well,
the name of mine should be the name of the treasure she's after, like the heart of something, like the heart. It can't be like the heart of Paris, because that's
the heart of the Empire State Building.
The heart. It's got to be some kind of a French word for something like that. But I don't know enough French. I'm like the heart of.
Charlie speaks French.
Oui.
All right. Well, I will say that normally I am very partial to, but I would watch all of them.
Yeah, I think
these are pretty good.
It's fun. So you know what I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. You can make, obviously you're welcome to make comments about the movies that we just built here. But I'd love to know your favorite romantic comedies. What do you like to watch? And give me some context to it. When you're alone, what's your go-to? What's a good comfort one? For me, I like Just Like Heaven. But When Harry Met Sally, my all-time favorite romantic comedy. Let me know what you love. What do you watch? And especially if there's any good new ones on. I'm a little bit behind the times in my rom-com, so give me some post 2019 good romantic comedies that I can dig into. It's been all downhill for me since Nora Ephron retired. So let's hear from you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe below. Hey, fall in love with Brody's beard and hit that like and subscribe because it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I wrote a whole script about the people that live inside of it. It's a romantic comedy. They live inside the beard. So stay tuned for another episode where we discuss that. We'll see you next time.
See you guys later.